there, my name's Stephen Johnson from Stephen Johnson Photography, and today we have another of our TRG, which is the Trusted Referrals Group Membership Bio Interviews. Today in the studio I have Jim. I will leave him to tell you a little bit more about himself. So, Jim,
Morning.
Please state for the record your name, your company's name, and what it is that you do, please.
Yeah, sure. My name is Jim Mills. My company is the Pest Company, and we are a pest control company.
Lovely. And how long have you been in business, Jim?
As the Pest Company, coming up to 12, 13 years, but I used to own another pest control company before for another 10 years, so well over 20 years now.
20 years, so plenty of experience.
Plenty of experience, yeah, plenty of sites that I've seen over those years.
Okay, and what kind of pests can you treat?
Yeah, a broad range really. I mean, we focus a lot on commercial and domestic premises, so all sorts of pests, such as rats, mice, all sorts of insects, even pigeons, stuff like that. You know,
yeah.
Anything that the person in the premises would regard as a nuisance, really. So that we take care of that humanely.
Because you've helped me out in the past with wasps and with squirrels.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, you've had your fair share, Steve.
Had our fair share, yeah. What got you into the business in the first place, Jim?
In the pest control business, back in 1992, I joined Rentokil, which is the biggest pest control company in the UK, and I joined them as a surveyor, so really on the sales side. So I was focused on pricing up work on the commercial side, on contracts and stuff like that, and I got a very good understanding for the business back then, and I just thought at a very early stage, I think I could probably do this one day myself. Mm-hmm. So 4 years later, I started up on my own.
4 years later, the pest company was born.
Well, it was the Ace Pest Control initially. That was my first pest control company. I sold that back in 2006 and then started this one soon after.
Okay, so this is your second go.
It's my second go, yes.
Fascinating. Jim, what do you feel is your USP, your unique selling point?
I feel it's the guarantee that we give. So if we can't solve the person's problem, we'll continue coming back until we do. And also, normally we give all sorts of recommendations. So we try and have a relationship with our customer, so they understand their responsibility as well. It's not just about us coming along, putting bait down, and the problem going. So it's all sorts of issues that we would educate our customers to help prevent them have that problem again.
Sure, because you say putting bait down, it's not only killing and getting rid of things,
no.
It's preventing them coming in the first place.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's all a whole host of things that clients can do to help prevent the problem from coming back. And sometimes it's not that obvious to them.
Sure.
So we would need to remind them and educate them, and so really it's a combination of their effort and our effort to cure the problem. So I think that we do that better than any other pest control company do.
Sure. I know a big part of your business is pigeons, and a lot of that I would imagine is prevention and keeping them away. So you do all these spiky things to go on ledges and the nets and stuff.
Yeah, so we proof a lot of surfaces. So we don't harm the bird. Mm-hmm. We prevent the bird from getting back up there and roosting and therefore making a mess. So, and the proofing is permanent. Once it's done, it's there forever. Sure. So we could try and do it in a discreet manner as well, so it's not too ugly or anything like for the building. So that's the idea really. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Lovely. Perfect, Jim. Thank you. How long have you been a member of TRG, and how well does it work for you?
I think it's coming up to about 11 years, I'm pretty sure. So it's been a while, you know, and it's really worked well for me during the 11 years. It's all about the synergies and the relationships that I built up within TRG. And sometimes you can't have a synergy with every single person there. But I think all it needs is a relationship with a couple of the members. Mm-hmm. And and then it's the ongoing business.
A couple of what we call the power groups.
I guess so. Yeah. And it's just and that tends to work well and leads to referrals and repeat business, which is good. And also it's the camaraderie. It's the fact that we meet. Well, it used to be every week. Mm-hmm. Things have changed over the last 3 months, but it's good to meet with a bunch of business people that are in the same ball game really. So I've enjoyed it. Sure.
For those of you wondering why he said we used to meet, we're recording these interviews during the COVID-19 lockdown, so that's why we couldn't meet face to face, but we had our first face to face meeting this morning, which was really good.
Yeah.
Jim, what is your perfect customer?
Someone who has repeat pest problems, really. So that would normally mean a commercial customer. Now, we appreciate all the business we get. But if we were to get a commercial customer that needs to protect their premises on an ongoing basis, then that's a good customer for us, really. Yeah, so you want a name of a customer, don't you?
No, we're no naming names here.
Yeah.
No naming names here.
But a commercial premises that would need to protect their site permanently from pests, that would be great for us.
But I imagine the perfect kind of thing for you would be some kind of food production place where they would have animals or pests that are trying to get in at the stocks.
Yeah, and that's high risk for them. They have to protect their premises, because if they, one was to come in, it could be have a devastating effect on their business. So it's a big priority for clients like that to keep their premises pest free. So anything like that would be excellent for us.
Sure, perfect. Okay, your business obviously covers quite a broad range of services, and I know you offer a timber service as well.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit more about that, and what is your personally your favourite kind of work that you like to do?
Well, yeah, more recently, probably the last 6 or 7 years, we've diversified a little bit, and I've become a qualified surveyor on the damp and timber side. I've taken a professional qualification on that, which took me a couple of years to achieve. Subsequently, I could go out and do surveys for damp and timber work, and that kind of lends itself very well to pest control, because it's the same, in loft spaces. If we're in a loft space treating a wasp nest, then it's the same area where there's could possibly be woodworm. So it lended itself to that, and I enjoy that side of it, and I'm the person in my business that can take care of that. So initially it would be surveys, normally point of sale. So when people are buying and selling the property, I'll go in and carry out a survey and identify any issues they have with damp and timber. So and that's more on the residential side. So I try and marry the two. It sometimes can be quite difficult to wear a couple of caps at the same time. Pest control one day and then damp and timber, or a bit of both on the same day. But that's the way it goes, and no, I enjoy that side of it. So we get involved with the remedial side of the work as well. So if there's any issues that need fixing, we can do the damp treatment and treat the timber as well.
I mean, one other thing I find very interesting about your business is you also franchise it.
Yes,
so tell me a little bit about the franchising.
Yeah, as if damp and timber and pest control wasn't enough. The idea with franchising is to set up other pest control businesses under the Pest Company branding. I train them up and I offer them support, ongoing support and advice. And they can be anywhere in the country. So at the moment we have 4 on board, generally around the south area, southern England area, but we have another one coming on board, hopefully within the next week or two, in the Yorkshire area. So that would be number 5. And my job is to help them along their way and help them develop their pest control business.
Sure.
So with our branding.
Sure. So if you're thinking of setting up a new business, then maybe you should talk to Jim about a franchise if there isn't one in your area, because they're a very well-respected company. As I said, I've used him several times myself, and it works. Now, a little bit of personal stuff, if we may, Jim.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your personal status? Married, still happy, pets, kids?
Yeah, all the above. So I'm currently married. Been married for 26 years to wife Jo. I've got 2 grown-up boys. Louis is 21, getting on 22. He's at Liverpool Uni, and Oscar, my youngest, is at Bristol University. So they're back home now because of the situation. But when everything settles down, they'll be back to university.
Okay.
And have a pet. Have a cat called Pele.
Pele?
Yeah.
I know you're a football man.
Yeah.
A bugbear of mine, every meeting starts off with football.
It does. And my 2 boys were football mad as well. My previous cat was called Diego, after Diego Maradona, so there you go. There's a theme going there.
Didn't put a hand up for that.
No. The
hand of God.
The paw of God.
Tell me a little something about yourself that most people wouldn't know.
Right, okay. My mother was Spanish, she's Spanish, so half of my heritage is Spanish. Sure. And we used to have trips to Spain when we were a young family, and most of my mum's family were bullfighters.
Oh wow.
So my cousins were bullfighters, and my uncle was managed bullfighters. So back in the day, back in the 70s, when we used to have family trips, he used to take us to bullfights, and he used to take us to changing rooms as well.
Not sure about that one.
No. Perhaps that's where my pest control origins came from.
You've never been asked to get rid of bulls before?
No.
You can call in the family for that one?
No, I think I might subcontract that job out if I got that. So I've seen some sites, but...
I'm sure. What do you like to do in your spare time, Jim?
I like to try and keep fit. I mean, so I cycle a bit, and I do stuff like Pilates to try and keep me loose and trim and stuff like that. And I like socialising. Back in the day when we were allowed to, I'll keep referring to this situation at the moment, but things have changed. But stuff like that, like listening to music and relaxing and reading. So all the normal stuff.
Good. Why should someone out there who has a pest problem or a damp and timber problem, should they come to you?
I think they should come to us because we are professional, we're efficient, and we're trustworthy, and we're determined to do a professional job for people.
And unlike some, you offer a guarantee.
We offer a guarantee as well, and hopefully that will give the customer even more confidence to use us. Yeah,
no, that's really good. What is the best advice you can give to any person before they pick up the phone to come to you for advice or for work?
If they're looking to use us, to use our services, well, I mean, contact us with confidence. I mean, I was going to say, if you've got a pest problem, don't worry about doing it yourself. Use the professionals. But some people don't mind doing it themselves. Luckily enough, it's one of those industries that most people don't want to do it themselves. So, but it's best to use a professional company that know what they're doing. That can use the up-to-date products, that know their business inside out, know where the pests are likely to come from, and can do their due diligence to do a thorough job for them. I mean, so yeah, don't go for the cheapest one. That's probably what my advice would be.
Yeah, I think that's fairly global.
Yeah.
But I mean, yes, if something unfortunately has to have itself ended, let's put it that way, you want it done as quickly and humanely as possible.
Yeah,
and doing it yourself, you haven't necessarily got the experience to be able to do that.
No, that's right. Yeah. So we try and do our work with minimum of fuss as well. So.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, this last question, Jim, you don't need to give me the details because I will be putting up a slide after this with all Jim's contact details. That's his phone number, his email address, and his website where you can get a lot more information. But what is your preferred method of first contact from a potential customer?
I mean, they can use our website. They can go onto our website and give our website address out now.
No, that'll be on the slide.
That'll be later. Yeah. So website good, but mobile is good. I still don't mind receiving the old-fashioned phone call directly. I'm happy to pick up any kind of inquiry and indulge a person depending on what their issues are. So, and also Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah. As are we all.
Fairly recent thing for me, but I'm doing.
You're a little bit of a technophobe, I know.
I am, yes, but I'm doing my best, and I've even posted a few videos, which has been really scary.
Probably best not pigeon post with you, though, I would think.
No, but maybe back in the day, but not at the moment.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Jim.
You're welcome.
That is you.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you. Cheers.